William Lancelot, the father of the interest approach, believed a learner's interests are important in learning and that those interests play a critical role in the development of a person's thinking ability. He purported a learner's interest existing in any given topic flows into any other as soon as a connection between the two is seen. It is the responsibility of the educator to establish the connections between a learner's interest and new knowledge. These connections can be created through the use of the interest approach. Those statements are found in his book. There are 12 principles or general truths which are useful to teachers in their efforts to control interest and to build new interests in their pupils. The first 5 of these are designed as the primary principles of interest because of their widely applicable and general effectiveness in the hands of skillful teachers. The remaining 7, while very useful, are still somewhat less valuable and are referred to as the secondary principles. The primary principles of interest. There are 5 listed, and you can read through and take notes. The first one is all interest apparently as its original source in the so-called natural impulses, urges, or drives. We'll talk more about this later. Number 2 is that is interesting which affects ourselves, others about us, or humanity at large. Interest increases with an increase in related knowledge of any subject, provided such knowledge is well understood, is number 3. Number 4 states interest increases with the acquisition of any given ability or skill. And number 5, interest flows or spreads from any interesting thing into any uninteresting thing whenever the two are clearly connected in thought. The secondary principles of interest are listed below. Again, there are 7. They are as follows. Number 1, thinking is essentially interesting. Memorization is not. Number 2, interest is contagious in the sense that one person may take it from another. Interest is strengthened by a sense of progress is number 3. Number 4 is interest is created and sustained by a state of suspense. Number 5, an ideal, when fully accepted, becomes a new interest center from which interest will spread to any other thing that is seen to be connected with it. Number 6, the novel and unexpected are interesting. And number 7, humor creates interest. There are 2 initial phases when building interest. During the first phase, your efforts should be focused on generating new interest in the learners that relate to the topic under investigation. Relating the new subject to something the learners enjoy doing, such as an activity, grabs the learner's attention. After the initial interest has been developed, phase 2 should be directed towards enhancing the newly found interest of the learners. Adhering to the following rules will help you to create and strengthen interest. The following rules will help you create and strengthen interest. They are, number 1, actively engage the learners in discussion about what the subject has to offer. How can the subject be useful to them, now or in the future? What value does the subject provide the learners? Number 2, concurrently establish clear relationships between the new subject and related areas of knowledge and activities. For example, you could relate aerodynamics to constructing a paper airplane. In this way, you would be establishing a connection between something the learner already understands and a new topic. Number 3, describe the new skills and abilities the learners will acquire through learning the new subject. Be sure to establish a strong desire or feeling of need in the learners. For phase 2, enhancing interest, here are some rules you can follow. Begin teaching the new subject once initial interest has been developed. Remember to continue to make connections with previous knowledge as new information or materials are introduced. Number 2, make certain to establish the importance of the topic as each new skill or ability is acquired by the learners. Learners will not be able to recall the new skills learned if a connection is not made between previous knowledge or experience and the current subject. Associating the new information with importance in the learners' lives is a great way to establish long-lasting connections. Number 3, develop the new skills and abilities of the learners to the best of the learners' abilities. Make their development a major part of the learning process by keeping them challenged and excited to learn. Number 4, continue to teach so that new knowledge and development of new skills and abilities are always learned. Never teach for the sake of teaching. Teach with a purpose and communicate the purpose. And number 5, throughout the instruction of the subject, persist in making connection of previous knowledge, skills, and abilities with new knowledge, skills, and abilities. Some of these connections should be left open after the new knowledge is learned so that the new connection can be made with future knowledge. The following is a list of natural impulses that may be appealed to when teaching. Natural impulses not only help create interest, but also aid in the facilitation of the learning environment. Natural impulses should always be used when teaching. The list is comprised of natural impulses with examples of how to incorporate them when educating. I'll let you take a few minutes to look at them and record them. Here are a few suggestions based off of Lancelot's principles to help in preparing for classroom teaching. First, begin each day's discussion by connecting the new work quickly and clearly with what has gone before. This is not best accomplished by mere repetition of what was said or done at the previous class meeting. Number 2, be interested. Call upon interested pupils early in the discussion. 3, keep pupils thinking. Maintain suspense as to the conclusions until all relevant facts have been considered. Number 4, keep pupils conscious of the future usefulness and value to themselves and to others of the work which they are doing. This can be accomplished by A, using problems of the precise kinds that they will meet in a later life, or B, encouraging them to discover for themselves the uses that they will probably have for it in the future, or C, pointing out to them its future value. And number 5, take advantage of every opportunity. Appeal and involve the natural impulses during the discussion. Connect the thought with interesting things which the pupils have already studied. Strengthen their sense of progress towards their chosen goal and introduce humor. So here's a challenge. Create a blog in NAAE COP explaining an awesome interest approach for one principle of interest.